I'm Greg Piper and welcome to my latest Lake Macquarie Matters. In this video, I'd like to talk about the traffic issues we're experiencing along Hillsborough Road and a lack of information surrounding a multi-million-dollar road study being carried out by the RMS. Hillsborough Road is a high traffic area. It's one of the main roads people use to travel between Lake Macquarie and Newcastle, and coincidentally forms the boundary between the electorates of Lake Macquarie and Charlestown. Strong growth in the region, including growth in business, particularly between Macquarie Road at the roundabout and Crockett Street, has seen more and more problems emerge. People accessing those retail and recreational hubs that line both sides of the road contend with the growing morning and evening peaks when thousands of people use Hillsborough Road to commute to and from work. The road has been earmarked for widening and upgrade for years, and back in June 2016, State Parliament debated a petition which contained more than 15,000 signatures from people who wanted urgent action taken, but we are yet to see any plans, let alone any work commence. Hillsborough Road has claimed lives and contains multiple dangerous intersections. Perhaps most notably is that of Crockett Street. This intersection is heavily used, particularly by residents of Cardiff South who really do take their lives in their hands turning right onto Hillsborough Road. The RMS, we understand, have done preliminary work on a plan to upgrade that intersection, but we're yet to see any details from that study. I would hope that safety improvements at that intersection can occur soon, as I understand it can be done independently of other works along Hillsborough Road. Heading west, we reach the section of road where some 2 years ago we saw the tragic death of 15-year-old Jade Frith from Cole Point. The popular young up-and-coming swimming star was struck by a car while crossing Hillsborough Road just before 5 p.m. through no fault of the driver, I must add. We know at the time of her death the RMS was in the planning phase of improvements to the road, with those recommendations due to come down later that year, but that did not and has not yet happened. I will say that in response to this tragedy, the RMS did make some immediate changes to improve pedestrian safety, including moving the bus stop closer to the pedestrian lights to encourage people to cross the road there. But the fact is there's so much more that needs to be done. The next really big issue is addressing the roundabout. Here we have traffic that banks up in all directions, and we've also got pedestrians wanting to cross the road at multiple points. Warners Bay High School and Biddabar Public School are nearby, and there's a McDonald's, a Subway and lots of other shops and destinations that cause pedestrians to mix with high volumes of traffic. Budget papers show that a further $4 million has been allocated to continue planning to widen the road to 4 lanes between Warners Bay and the Newcastle inner city bypass at Charlestown. But just where the project or corridor strategy is up to isn't clear despite repeated requests for information. With the government flush with funds, I would expect that such obvious problem roads would be prioritised, and I'll continue fighting to have this much needed upgrade achieved as quickly as possible. I'm Greg Piper and Lake Macquarie Matters.